job.
Going hard.
Going hard, yo. Go. Going hard, yo.
Going
Go.
hard.
Going hard, yo. Go. Going hard, yo.
Going
Go. Going hard, yo. Go. Going hard, yo. Go.
Going hard.
Going hard, yo. Go. Going hard, yo.
Going
Go. Going hard, yo. Go. Going hard, yo.
Going
Go.
hard.
Going hard, yo. Go. Going hard, yo.
Going
Go. Going hard, yo. Go.
Go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Going Hard podcast. My name is Josh DeLay. I am one host of the podcast and the other host of the podcast.
I am another host. My name is Alan.
This guy
Hello.
right here, Alan. Good. He's a good man. And then over here,
Yo, what's up? It's Pete.
it's Pete, and he's
It's Pete.
and he's the producer. And I think a lot of people when they hear that a guy's producing a podcast, they're like, "Oh, this is just some like ancillary piece, you know,
Yeah.
an arbitrary man." But that's
Mhm.
not true.
He's one of us.
Yeah.
Really.
The producer on the Going Hard podcast is not some plug and play kind of situation. It's literally the linchpin of the whole operation.
You lose the producer, you lose the linchpin.
And as you might see on here, this guy's the bomb. Okay, so don't call him Petey or producer Pete anymore. Just call this guy the bomb. Hey, you the bomb, man.
When did you get Post-it notes?
Oh, that was it was actually 1997. He was drinking a slice, and someone's like, "You the bomb, man," and he's like, "Whoa, what's that?" He's like, "It's that new shit, the bomb."
So I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you took this back to like 1990, be like, "You the bomb, man," they'd be like, "What the fuck was that?" You know?
I remember I was I think it was like probably like 99 or 2000. Me and my brother were playing Blitz 99 and or 2000.
Oh yeah, and there's a
And all I would do is play the bomb. And
Mm-hmm.
then I would just get my fucking just ass raped because my brother was fucking
Oh,
not
right.
literally,
Well, no, I didn't
But,
think I didn't think it literally.
but, like-
holy fuck.
but he was like 7 years older, which doesn't make this sound much better for what I just said. But
no, anyway, I get it though. So
but he would just pound my ass in Blitz. Yeah.
yeah, dude, I get it. Look, I understand metaphorical language. All right, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the audience.
Anyway, do you remember
understands,
though when like calling something the bomb, like that was like kind of like hip. Like at a certain point, like not everything like the bomb didn't always mean that, you know. Like you know what it used to mean. Remember?
Oh, not like back when Hiroshima and Nagasaki was.
Yeah, that was the bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't the bomb.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it wasn't good.
it wasn't. So I was like, dude, that was the bomb.
Actually,
you know?
see, the Americans probably thought it was the bomb in that sense, you know.
The metaphorical
Yeah,
sense.
I bet a lot of people did. It kind of ended the war, you know.
Yeah.
I think it put a kibosh on the whole war thing, and I don't think a whole lot of people liked the war
Yeah.
back then.
No, not only anyone liked the war. No one likes war. Well, that's not
Yeah.
true. I mean, we like war,
Well,
don't we?
yeah, you know.
You know what I mean? We're always
Yeah.
fighting wars because that's how we make our money in this
Well,
country.
yeah, I mean, like the country does, but I don't know if anybody like fighting a war really is just like, this is fucking tight, or this is the bomb, you know.
No one says it's the bomb. You know what I mean?
Unless you drop a bomb to literally end the war, then it's the bomb.
Okay, then it is the bomb.
Yeah.
You know, you make a good point.
Yeah, I like talking history.
I can't. Well, I don't because I don't know anything about it. I bet that's maybe like so we like pretty much everything we've ever said on this podcast has been inaccurate.
Yeah, it's wrong most of the time.
But I bet that going back and listening to like the things we've posited about history throughout the course of this podcast, that would really infuriate someone who knows a thing or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we couldn't like if we were gonna label this podcast, I don't think a history podcast would be something that we could label.
That's true. We could start.
I mean, we could label it, but I don't think it would be accurate.
Maybe that's our problem is that we're not labeling it.
What do we have this labeled as?
As a podcast.
Is it just
Weathers and cities.
Oh yeah,
it's a weather?
It's a meteorology podcast. Yeah,
Yeah, that's accurate.
which we do.
We have done like, you know, we've done the job of a weatherman a few times here and there.
You could say what you want about this podcast, but there's been multiple times where we've read a list of cities and their weather.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's all it really takes to qualify, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So
that's more than you could say about the people say that like Rogan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? they're always like, Rogan, this guy has interesting conversations, you know, like he's always hitting the areas that everyone's afraid to hit, you know.
Yep.
But it's like, has he ever just like read a list of temperatures in cities?
Not that I'm aware of.
So really, who's the real fucking pioneer here? You know what I mean? Us or Joe Rogan?
I'd like to think that we are.
I also like to think that.
Yeah.
You know what's also hilarious about Rogan and like the whole like defense of Rogan, which by the way, I'm pretty indifferent about Rogan.
What do you mean, like the like so people defending him?
Yeah, what they'd be like is like, you know, because he kind of like is a shithead a little bit these days.
Sure,
I think.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like he's definitely like a right leading guy now. Like
Well,
he just is.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
you know,
he's taking a pretty hard
moved to Texas and just kind
Yeah.
of like is hanging out with
So
a bunch of
people
right-leaning people.
So people who aren't on board with that but still find a way to defend him, they're always like, well, hey man, he just wants, you know, he wants to hear everyone's opinion, and then he just like has the lead singer of Tool on talking about abortion. It's like, does anyone really want to know what this guy had? Like why is that an important conversation?
Oh, he
You know
had
what I mean?
he had Maynard on, or
He
what?
always has him on.
Oh, okay. It's just like
that's the guy's name.
This is my wine I made.
Right. But it's an interesting like argument to be
Fucking weird
like,
bastard.
right? Yeah, he talks about his vineyards and shit.
Yeah.
I listened to one of them a long time ago because they're like buds.
Yeah.
But it's like, and that's an interesting like argument to make for Joe Rogan. It's like, well, look, he's having the conversation no one wants to have, and that's like Maynard from fucking Tool being like, hey, trans people, right? And Rogan's like, hey, you're telling me. It's like, why is this an important cultural conversation? You know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that important.
Well, it's 40% like UFC talk.
It's way less than that now. It used to be like
Is it not? He doesn't have that many people on anymore.
No, hardly ever.
It was like all the fucking time. It kind of annoyed me when I like listened to it consistently.
Yeah.
Because I just be like, I don't really fucking. It's like I've heard you talk about like, it's like, oh, this man is the alpha male of fucking fighting. And
Right.
He just says that over and over again for like
Sure.
fucking 3 hours, however long these podcasts are.
At
Like,
least
I don't really care, Joe.
At least that was on
You know?
brand though.
Yeah. And then
he is like a world famous UFC commentator. To be fair,
and then another like
so he should talk about that.
and another like 30% like comedians, which is, you know, it's whatever.
Depending on the comedian, it can be good.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the time, it's super fucking boring.
Right.
Again, it's the same conversation
I tend
every
to
time.
agree. Right,
yeah.
right.
And then it's like fucking either somebody who's super fucking smart or somebody who is completely a fucking idiot, and it's up to the person who's listening to decide that.
Right.
And that's the part that intrigues me.
So
know?
you like that?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with it.
So you would be on the side of people being like, these are important conversations.
I wouldn't say that they're important. I think it's just fun discerning which ones
Sure.
are actually real.
Yeah.
I guess.
I've
seen all sorts of fucking crazy shit on that podcast. You know.
Yeah. He had this guy on the other day.
Yeah.
Where like he like had him on because he was the guy who was like against trans people, but he was also like, this guy was like a real like right guy, not like Rogan who's like who just doesn't like the trans shit, but like, you know, is like more liberal in other ways socially.
Is so Joe's like pretty against the trans scene? Is that?
Well,
I guess I don't really know.
Yeah,
but...
it kind of seems like it.
Oh, okay. Dude, you know what I found is like people who are against the trans scene, they really get the fucking hammer laid on them by the public. It seems like.
Yeah, people don't like it.
Yeah.
Or they really like it.
Yeah.
Or they're like really, really happy with it.
Has his numbers dropped? Does he still like?
I think they're actually just keeping him bigger.
Yeah, like I.
Yeah, man. He's really killing it.
Yeah.
And good for him. But anyway, so I have this guy on, right? And
Yep.
like, it's almost like it seems so planned because like they talk about the trans thing. He's like, hey, this is great. You like questioning people about trans, and then the guy's like starts to talk about how like gay marriage is like a fucking travesty, and then Joe's like,
no.
yeah, man, you know, I think we're gonna have to kind of divert our paths here a little bit. And then the guy, like, you know, because Joe's not going to, like, have, like, all, like, the gay marriage talk much, because really you shouldn't, like, those shouldn't be things you're using, like, bandwidth in your brain for anymore.
Yeah.
Like defending gay marriage, you shouldn't have to even...
Shouldn't have to do it.
You shouldn't have to have points for why that should be okay.
Yeah.
So the guy starts, like, giving his, like, right-wing, like, talking points, like, against gay, and Rogan, like, couldn't really defend himself, but, I actually felt empathy for Joe at that point, because it's like, well, yeah, he's not ready to give you, like... Because this is insane...
Nobody's holding on to fucking just like points in their brain,
Right.
like how to defend.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have to.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you're
what I'm
totally,
saying.
Yeah, you're totally
so
right.
Anyway,
I agree with you.
So these are the important conversations that are going on at Joe Rogan that make him so necessary
Okay.
for the advancement of our culture.
Yeah. See, like, how fucking shitty does that have? Like, that's kind of a shitty place to be in, though. Like, in the entertainment business.
No, it's not.
I mean, okay. So sure, you're making a lot of money and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like you're doing whatever you're doing.
Doing whatever
but
you
like
want.
at a certain point, like people are just like, you have too many people that are listening to you, and then
Right.
you have,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you have to have like some sort of fucking like ethical like I think that sounds fucking awful.
Yeah,
It kind of sounds terrible.
I agree with you because previously our ethics in entertainment were decided like kind of by the government with like the FCC and all
Yeah.
that shit. And
Yep.
then now when you're just your own entity, now you're your own moral compass.
Yes,
And if
exactly.
you're like Rogan is like, I don't know, this guy he kills trans people, but like he's kind of funny. Let's have him on. It's like, okay, well you got to see where that's
Yeah,
kind of
right.
a gray area there, Joe.
Does he have like
No,
like managers or people that are like taking care of his guests for him or something? Like, or is he just straight up just like fucking on the phone with these motherfuckers
I
being
think-
like, yo, you fucking weird transphobic fucker, do you want to talk on my podcast? Like, I feel like there's like a mystery area that's happening here that is probably not being discussed.
I don't know. Whatever. Who cares, right? Here's all I'm saying is I just think it's hilarious that people like they act like criticizing Rogan is crazy because it's very important things are
It's a
happening.
very
there.
edgy. It's a very edgy thing to do nowadays. You know.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
also actually kind of like hating Rogan's almost like hating Nickelback now. You know?
Oh, for
Like,
sure, yeah.
Where like he's gotten so big, that, like people was like, oh yeah, I throw that one on. It's like.
I hated Rogan before everybody hated
Right,
Rogan.
of course.
Like 5-10 years
Yeah,
ago,
exactly.
man. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
It's a real hip thing to do.
It is.
Yeah, I like it.
It surely is.
I hated Rogan 70 years ago.
Anyway, here's what I think. We're as fellow podcasters. I feel like this is our territory.
Yeah.
And if you listen to our last episode, you know that we're professional podcasters.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And so that actually kind of brings me to that. You should put. Hand me your phone.
Do you know what's it? Okay.
I need your phone. Oh, you keep talking, but hand
Oh
me
yeah.
your phone
No.
while you talk.
I just on that topic. I just think it's really fucking funny that here, I'll open that up for you. Like this is the like we're just having this real civil conversation. It's just like
This is
very level-headed. Like there's actual fucking like content happening here, and then like
yeah.
and last
Here's the
episode
deal.
was a
I don't
thing.
do much deliberately on this podcast, but let's say I started this podcast very deliberately. Let's
Yeah.
say that I was like, hey, let's cool out of
Let's
the game.
let's put a different foot forward this
yeah,
time.
let's just let's start slow.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
want to take some shots or what?
No,
dude?
I don't
All
want
right.
to do that.
Okay.
I don't want to.
All right.
So anyway, on the topic of the last podcast, and again, hopefully we get new listeners so they don't even know what we're talking about, and you can certainly go back and listen to the last podcast. But if you don't
Please
want
don't.
to, well, it was pretty good.
All right.
But no, it wasn't. So I have written up an apology for all the things I did on the last
Oh, shit.
podcast. I reluctantly.
Were you like marking these down as you were like editing the
Yeah,
podcast? Oh my god, that's a huge list.
I have let's have a list here.
Jesus Christ.
So-
I'm so excited to hear these.
So okay, this is I decided to go back through, and I decided that maybe it's necessary, just so everybody knows that I feel bad, and so I'm gonna in fact list all the things I did that I think were apology worthy.
This is really funny because I told myself that I just wasn't going to go back and listen to this last episode.
And it's good.
So this is gonna remind me of like what happened because I
Yes.
really like truly don't.
Yes,
remember.
these are all just personal apologies. I'm not apologizing for the whole podcast. I'm apologizing just for the things I did.
Oh, okay. Was there things that I should apologize for? Do you think? Or-
No, I think you were pretty good. I think.
All right.
I think.
Keep it PC. I'd try.
Yeah.
You know.
And the things I think that you did say, I think it was kind of my fault. You were saying.
Okay.
I think it was just because I just wouldn't stop. You're like, okay, yeah, I guess we'll talk about this awful thing.
I just remember several times trying to just like talk about normal things.
Not several times. You spend like literally the entire podcast like trying to steer it in any sort of direction, and I just refuse to allow it to happen. You were talking about something for 2 minutes, and be like, hey, so what's the deal when you're like fucking a lady or whatever? And you're like, oh man. All right, so here we are. Here are the things I apologize for. First and foremost, I apologize for suggesting that Alan and his family did the Holocaust.
All right.
I apologize for suggesting that Alan spends his holidays with escaped Nazis in South America. I'm sorry for suggesting that Lola was instantly a better host than Alan. I'm sorry for suggesting that white women are quote-unquote the problem. I'm sorry for suggesting that Lolo's uncles purchased Vietnamese wives. And I'm also sorry for suggesting that those Vietnamese wives were transported in a shipping crate.
Jesus.
I'm sorry for claiming that I go to Asian massage parlors not to be massaged, but to check for green cards. I'm sorry for suggesting that Alan does a racist Asian character at the supermarket every time he buys ramen noodles. I'm sorry for suggesting that Alan does a racist Mexican character at the supermarket when he buys frozen burritos. I'm sorry for voting for Scott Jensen. That's just something I did. That's kind of an aside. I'm sorry for saying that I'd like to quote-unquote paper mache a bitch with my cum. This isn't funny. I'm sorry for suggesting that Alan is going to leave his pregnant wife when he wins the lottery. I'm sorry for suggesting that Alan cheats on his wife. I'm sorry for calling Alan a piece of shit. I'm sorry for calling Inuits Eskimos. I'm sorry for suggesting that Alan cannot enter Canada because he raped too many Inuits.
Oh my god. How many more of these are there?
There's not that many.
All right.
I'm sorry for suggesting that I forced my imaginary girlfriend's head in the toilet. I'm sorry for interrupting Alan's Dick's Sporting Goods ad. I'm sorry for interrupting everyone all the time. I'm sorry for getting really depressed at the end of the podcast and saying I hate my life. And I apologize for making an entire song about being retarded. So,
I think that was that list alone makes me want to go back and listen to the episode. Like
so,
all of those.
And that was only
really.
And that was only
funny.
the things that were left in the podcast.
Oh my god. All
and
right.
And I think we left maybe a good 30 minutes on the cutting room floor.
Jesus Christ.
And that stuff was heinous compared to that.
Oh Lord.
That was the stuff I was like, we can probably get away with this.
Let's.
This is probably okay.
So once we eventually end this podcast, we'll have to release the unedited version into the wild, right?
As of right now, that audio does exist. However, there is no like.
We gotta hold on to it. If you get a new computer, you need to migrate that.
Here's
over.
the deal. I don't even think the stuff I was saying was
maybe like put it on the cloud or something.
I don't think it's a good idea, man. Whether the podcast is still going or not doesn't mean I'm not still like complicit in what occurred. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what was I gonna say? I had a. Oh yeah, it all gets deleted. Like we don't have any of the really bad shit. And also, it wasn't even like it got like more offensive necessarily. Like probably some of it did.
It was like equally offensive, if not just like slightly worse, I would assume.
Yeah, but a lot of it was just me being really drunk and like just kind of being a douchebag that I took out for my own self-preservation.
Oh, okay.
Just because it was like.
Did you do any of that for like either of us or like?
No, because
Lolo or
you guys
anything?
weren't being like that.
Oh, cool.
I was being fucking like an awful drunken like racist tyrant. And you guys were like trying to like steady the ship, or at least you were. I mean, Producer P wasn't being racist at all, but he was getting wild with the drops and shit. Like he was being completely insane in his own right, but just not in like such an blatantly offensive way.
Yep.
Yeah, like you and Lauren were like doing your best to like try to like steady it, and I wasn't letting it happen.
I like how Lauren's just been like, I want to go on the podcast for like forever now, and then that's the one she comes on to. Yeah, poor lady.
She's like, do you guys just like say racist stuff the whole time? And you were like, I made you apologize for being racist. I kept that in. You should go back and listen, probably.
All right.
That was kind of a funny part because you basically said that you were thankful for me that I was in your life to keep your racism in check.
Oh no.
So yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I thought of a joke. Want to hear this joke?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I think I tried to do this joke. I think you maybe. I don't know.
Did I tell you that you were dumb?
Hey, stop me if you've heard this one. All right.
All right. He's already fucking bored, dude.
I know. Sorry, man. I mean, after the last episode, I feel like we had to tone it back a little bit. So if it's not as entertaining,
Well,
not to say that the last one was entertaining, because if you like that, then you're probably a racist.
I think that list that you read off just now was probably my favorite thing that's ever happened on this podcast. So I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was pretty good. I knew it'd be fun.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's kind of nice to like have these fucking off the rails podcasts every once in a while,
Just
so
to
you
recap
can
them.
apologize for
Just
them.
just so I can actually I legitimately was having an anxiety attack editing that podcast.
I believe it. Yeah.
Like, I don't ever message you guys, even when we have crazy or even good or bad podcasts. I'd never really message you guys, but guys, I had to it had to be like therapeutic.
Yeah.
Like, I had to say it. So I'm like, hey, I'm not having a good time over here. I hate myself right now, a lot.
I told you straight up. I was like, you could throw the whole fucking thing out, and I'd be fine with it.
We couldn't do it.
We need to keep the song because we need to create the power hour, and we need to have song fodder.
Yeah, and by the way, it was
song fodder.
It was also our most offensive song.
It was a good song though.
It was good. I just said retarded a bunch.
Yeah.
But you know how much I normally hate myself. Editing that brought it to new depths.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. It makes it worse too. I didn't even remember anything. I didn't remember doing the podcast. I remember doing it, but I didn't remember any details of what we talked about. You know.
Yeah, there was I don't black out very often. I think I've blacked out maybe 3 times in my entire life.
Yeah.
And one time I got recorded doing shit.
Oh yeah, what were you
and
doing?
And it was just I this was 2000 probably 2009 2010.
That's a good
It was
year.
it was freshman year of college.
Good year, man. Yeah.
But I was at this party and they recorded me. I had put on a I had stolen somebody's Xbox Live headset and I was walking around interviewing people. And
that sounds pretty good.
And I was throwing. I had shredded cheese and bologna in each hand respectively, and I was
Wait a minute, this was at
It was at Oak Street. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I was
Rest in
I was
peace.
sprinkling it on people and fucking taking bites out of the bologna and throwing it at people and shit. And I woke up and I only had one shoe on and I was sleeping face down in the bathroom downstairs.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where I don't think I ever found the other shoe. But I was doing all sorts of weird shit.
Wait, so this is one of the only times you've ever blacked out?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
God, I've blacked out a lot.
Yeah, I don't black out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or I don't know.
I think it's probably good.
Yeah, maybe it means I don't drink that much, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, some people are just built different. I've talked to people who swear they call it a blackout alcoholic, where they just black out almost every time.
Dude, I was gonna say
I think they're just weak though. I'm kind of with you. Because when I black, it's I earn it. You know what I mean?
You gotta, really
it's
try to do that.
It's
right?
it was an accident, but it's I went pretty good. And when we recorded that podcast, I just got back from New York, so that literally I drank just all night.
Yeah.
Until 4 a.m. Then we took subway to the airport. We immediately go to the airport bar, keep drinking. Get on the plane. I fall asleep for an hour and a half or something.
Okay.
And then I get back here. I'm still pretty drunk when I drive over
here.
So,
because that's right. You only had 2 hours of sleep when you got over here.
Less.
And then the fucking craziest Vikings game I've ever happened.
And then I drank a 6-pack of IPAs, which look, in my former years that wouldn't be such a big deal, but my tolerance isn't really that spectacular. We took 2 or 3 shots during the game, a couple shots during the podcast.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster there.
It really is. Yeah.
And then I fell asleep in this chair. I woke up in this chair.
Oh yeah, I did have to wake you up in that chair a couple times. So yeah.
Yeah, man. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's those. I think everyone, once you hear that, then you're like, oh, it's okay that he said all that stuff.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I believe you.
It's a good excuse.
You're right.
It's I had a bad childhood, so yeah, of course I'm a little racist.
I feel like we got sidetracked. Were we going to talk? You were going to tell me a joke.
Oh yeah, I have a joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this joke tonight.
Okay, what's going on?
I wrote Chase Rader and I wrote this joke a couple weekends ago when we were doing a gig out of town.
All right.
So I call my you guys know how you call your girlfriend Bae, right? You're familiar with that? Be like, what's up, Bae?
B-A-E or whatever.
Right. Well, I call my girlfriend Old Bae for obvious reasons. She has crabs. You guys like it? I don't know.
That's good. Old Bay is also a deodorant, though.
No, it's a Cajun seasoning.
Oh wait, what am I thinking?
Which
I'm
is-
thinking
which is-
Old Spice. Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
an idiot. See, I'm just kind of dumb.
See, it's a misdirection.
Yeah.
If you say Old Bay, it's like, oh, because she's old. And it's like, no, because she has crabs.
Yeah.
And you put Old Bay seasoning on crabs.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I'll try it tonight, but in front of a real fucking audience, you fuckers. Oh, I also thought of a joke. That's not a fully thought of idea yet, but I'll try to
Okay.
do it right now.
Yep.
Just because I'm bored. Because now I'm.
What, I fucking bore you?
Yeah, this is boring
Fucking
as fuck.
bullshit. All right.
No, I'm having a good time. Honestly, this is like therapeutic at this point. It feels like a reset, you know?
Yep.
Because I don't know, like when I do comedy and I have a bad bomb, it takes like having at least like a decent set again before I'm like I have confidence again on stage, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like last episode, like, you know, sent me down a dark, rocky path, and now I'm just trying to climb back up to at least that plateau point, you know?
So you're like Tobey Maguire on Spider-Man 3, kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
Where? Oh yeah, when he goes emo.
Yeah.
And he fucking hits Mary Jane.
Yeah. That's one of those quick little spirals.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's this other joke though? You gonna tell it or?
Oh yeah. So I have a litany of diseases.
Okay.
First of all, I have a degenerative disease that attacks my nervous system, and I'm an alcoholic. I guess you could say I have multiple sclerosis.
Wait. What does cirrhosis mean?
Oh, this is going great. You know what cirrhosis is, right? Oh, okay. Well, that would help if you guys knew that.
Yeah.
Sir, you're
fucking English. See, this is the problem with being
This
an
is
English
not a
major
big
and-
word. If there's any two people I know in my entire life who should really be aware of what fucking cirrhosis is, it's you fuckers. That's what happens.
Maybe this is like one of those words that I've subconsciously been avoiding.
It's
my whole
crazy
life.
you don't know what it is. Actually, it's what happens to your liver when you're a really crazy alcoholic.
Oh, I've just always heard liver
And
damage.
I also have multiple sclerosis.
Yeah. See, I know
So I
that
have
part.
multiple cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis.
Maybe it's not
Gotcha.
funny. Fuck.
Well, it is if you know what cirrhosis is.
Yeah. See, like now that I know the word,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
I always thought it was seriosis.
Oh, I see. So you've seen it.
So
but
I got confused.
yeah. Maybe I'll say it wrong, and we'll see if people laugh if I do it that way. Multiple cirrhosis. It's kind of spelled like cirrhosis.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I've multiple cirrhosis.
I think
They're
it
like,
was-
this guy just has no idea how to say that word.
It
It would be
was-
funny to do a set where just every punchline word you mispronounce. Everything else is perfect, but then you just fuck up the punchline word every time. Like, is this guy like, is this a bit or is he like, he just can't quite. Like they're all like really good jokes too.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, he's gonna just drill us, and then you just fuck the word up and blow it. You know?
You just scream for like a minute.
Yeah.
You should do that at the terminal bar. I think
May-
that would fucking float.
That would be a great place to try something like that out. You know?
Yeah.
Great place.
Uh,
You ever hurt when you pee ever?
Trying to think. Nah, not usually.
Yeah.
Does it for you sometimes?
Yeah, man.
Why?
I don't know. I asked my roommate. He's like, you have gonorrhea.
I mean, that sounds. Yeah.
Or wait,
I
did you say gonorrhea? Or say
I think like
gonorrhea.
the clap, like chlamydia,
But I was like,
is also a reason that your piss would hurt. I think.
And you know what he
If you like
said?
fiery peas.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, love is a fiery thing. And you take a fiery pee. That song's about fucking a lady who has
Just
gonorrhea,
having
dude.
chlamydia or something.
Yeah.
That's tight.
I came into a burning ring of fire. The ring of fire is just her pussy because it has gonorrhea. It's all red and inflamed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what a.
So do you have?
I don't know what I don't know if
Do you have gonorrhea? Like, is this how you're telling us?
No, I don't know if I do. So I.
So maybe Jesus fucking Christ.
No, I walked downstairs today because it hurt a little,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah.
And
But whatever.
So that was like I was grabbing a LaCroix, having a
I'm just all relaxed about this.
yeah,
You're just like
having a banana, and I
it's
looked
like, oh, my pee hurt. I should just go down and drink a LaCroix and a banana and talk with people about this.
and then I went over to my room and I was like, hey, your dick ever hurt when you pee or whatever, or burn?
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, it has. When I've had gonorrhea. And I was like, oh yeah. He's like, do you have gonorrhea? I was like, I don't know. I was like, no.
You might have gonorrhea, dude.
And he's
Hold
like,
on a sec.
and he's like, you wear condoms.
You might have a UTI. A burning feeling when urinating. A strong urge to urinate that doesn't go. Oh, dude, he does pee for a long time. Urinating often. Like I said, yep. And passing.
It wasn't red though.
Well, no, it doesn't have to. Does it look cloudy?
Would it be funny if
Is it cloudy though?
Would it be funny if I started next week's podcast with, instead of reading a list of
Does it-
regrets, I just read that list? I'm like, here are my symptoms.
Does it smell bad?
It's like red piss.
Did it actually say red piss? I didn't see
It
that.
said it
part.
could be
It said cloudy.
pink and cloudy. Not. It hasn't been cloudy. It hasn't been pink.
What does it
looks
smell?
normal.
Does it smell really bad?
I mean, I don't know, dude. You ever smell piss? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what piss smells like.
Every time I pee, I lean down and get a little whiff, a
Yeah.
little sniff of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you ever like? Do you,
Sometimes it's real nice.
do you ever?
know?
Do you ever? Do you actually smell it?
I don't know.
I actually don't really know what piss smells
After
like.
you drink coffee at the urinal, it smells like coffee.
That's true.
It just happens. You smell it.
So if you
What?
so if you drink gonorrhea,
What do you mean? You
I
don't
would
know
not, I would not suggest doing it.
I do not reckon. Look, I'm no fucking doctor, but
what do you mean you don't know what piss smells like?
well, then what does it smell like? You know?
Fucking, it smells like piss. It literally smells like piss because it's piss.
Yeah, but is there any kind of like, you know, like shit? You can kind of like describe it.
What
you
the
know?
fuck? What?
I think right.
It's like an ammonia kind of smell. I don't know.
Like piss.
Is this a bit you're doing?
Wait, what? No.
the guy who doesn't know what piss smells like. It's fucking weird.
That would be a character that wouldn't have a whole lot of like usage, you know. Here's my impression of a guy who doesn't know what piss smells like. Are you guys? I've never smelled piss, you know. Like that'd be the end of the character. It's like you can't. It doesn't go anywhere else. Like what else? What other utility does that
Just
character have?
led to this conversation. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually,
It's an infinite loop, really, if you think about it.
You got me, man.
Yeah.
I've actually doing this.
It goes on forever.
I've been doing this entire podcast as the guy who doesn't know what piss smells like. It's just been
This is the culmination of it.
Yeah.
This is just where it ends. Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Yep.
like you can tell them that it's raining while
You
you're
should-
pissing on them.
You should actually cut in.
Yeah.
You should end the podcast here and cut it into the first episode, and that way we can close the loop. You know.
Oh, we should do that.
That's
actually.
meta as fuck,
yeah,
dude.
on the last episode, we'll it'll be like a 15-hour YouTube video just looping.
It'll be more than. Have to be like 1,000.
Yeah, but you can't do that,
Hours.
so we'll have to stop at a certain point, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
How long of a YouTube video can you have?
I've only seen like 11-hour ones.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like 12 hours, right?
Yeah, I feel like YouTube's like at a certain point they're just like, you guys just can't, you can't put that file in our system. You know, it's just gonna cause problems. It's really big.
Yeah,
You need
that
to
file
stop.
barely fits on my fucking computer, you know?
Yeah, yep.
You know what I mean, dog?
What do you think the longest porn ever recorded was?
What do I think the longest
Do
one?
you think it's like also like 12 hours?
I bet it's really long, but I think that there should be like some like very specific constraints put on what qualifies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it couldn't be like a live cam of like an orgy or something.
Yeah. Like I think like
World's longest. Just go ahead and click in there, bud. Let's just check it out.
why not? I mean, this computer. Okay.
So
The longest double blowjob was
that say 211 hours?
211 minutes, I believe.
Are we sure?
Yeah. That's how that works there. buddy.
Okay, all right,
You know, so that's like
dude. That's Jesus Christ.
nearly 3.5 hours.
Wait. With world's largest, is that what that says? World's biggest cock? Oh,
Yeah,
that thing's fucking crazy
Yeah,
looking.
these are
Holy
just,
shit.
these are just really big dicks.
That was really. None of those seem like fucking. That just seems awful. That just seems very unenjoyable.
Yeah.
I suppose that's what you get for typing in world's longest into. You type world's longest into Pornhub, and I'm pretty sure that's just kind of what you get.
Yeah, because no one's like trying to watch for a long time.
Yeah. Well, some people are. I think there is actually a filter that goes longest video to shortest video.
Yeah, we've actually discussed this. I like watching the long ones, but
Do you?
not because I'm in there long. I like to scroll around. I like to find
Long form.
Yeah, I like to have a lot of different things going on.
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
Good job,
She's
lady.
doing good.
She's doing a good job.
Well done.
It actually doesn't seem that enjoyable.
Nah, man. 2 hours of that? Oh, it's 3.5 hours.
Oh, so like literally, it's just like
This guy's just...
wait. So he doesn't come for fucking.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Oh, I thought he was about to come. I was like, this isn't...
Oh, he's just trying to keep it up at this point.
Yeah, this is bullshit, dude.
So same dick for fucking 3.5 hours. Look, that lady does not look happy anymore.
Nobody seems Real enthused. Oh,
fucking just like rim jobs and shit.
yeah,
Oh my
he's
god.
licking this guy's ass.
Dude, what the? He's fucking wearing. He's like an aviator, dude.
This is some weird like German shit, dude.
What the fuck?
That guy is so German.
This guy, like, he definitely paid these ladies for this, right?
I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? You know.
And then he's playing.
He's playing League of Legends.
Wait. So this dude just fucking ends it by fucking playing League of Legends.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
I don't know how I feel. Wait. Okay. So there's this funny thing. Do you see those little graph things on the bottom there?
Yeah.
That's when people stop watching. Look at where the graphs are.
Wait, what do you mean?
See those like near the time bar?
Those mountains?
Yeah, the mountains. That's what indicates when people like usually stop watching.
I see.
Yeah.
That can't be true. That's highest people. The highest amount of people watching at a certain point will go to those certain points.
No, I'm pretty sure that's when people like leave.
Yeah, definitely not.
That wouldn't really make sense.
No.
That seems like it'd be higher volume, not less volume, right?
Yeah.
You would think.
I don't know.
Because wouldn't that be in the lower amount should be indicated by a valley, not a peak.
Well, I think it's a different like it's something that you would want for in this scenario to know when people leave.
Interesting. That seems like something more like the person who uploaded the video would know about. Like
You
it's
think
like
so?
it's like when I go on YouTube and we have like 200 views,
Like-
but it's only been watched for a total of like 4 hours.
I
I'm
know,
like,
but
oh, that's not good.
Specifically, like for like porn videos, though, like you would rather know when people are leaving the video than knowing when?
You know what I'd like to know about what other people are doing with porn? Nothing.
Okay,
That could just be their own business.
fair enough.
It's a private matter.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is, though. But
You might be right, and you know, who knows? I mean, here's the deal. I mean, I was right about the. Was that on the podcast where we figured that out?
what?
I hope this was on the podcast. I'm not bringing up something random about the cereal. About how Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a top 5 selling.
That was the last
cereal.
episode.
It was.
Well, no, it might not have been on the actual episode. It might have been like just during that day.
Oh.
Because you were very upset that we like didn't
Yeah,
like,
because
get on board. But we did talk about that on a episode
Okay.
a while ago.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I just happened to see the wallpaper on your watch, and it's really cool.
Oh, which one?
Oh, does it change?
It changes, yeah. Sorry, I know there's a
It
dog.
was Donald.
Oh, speaking of the
You have
Donald.
Donald Trump on your fucking.
You
as
see,
a back, what?
you see Donald's back, right? He's doing it.
Oh, are we talking about this now?
I mean, we probably should. It's like it's important.
Do you remember when
news.
the first like year of our podcast was only about Donald Trump?
And did you know that our numbers were never higher? So one of us is like, "Hey, we gotta stop talking about Trump." The other guy's like, "I guess if you want to sync the podcast,
God
you know,
damn it! See, this fucking.
We have 2 years to row the boat back up.
row the
All
boat,
right,
baby."
you're right. This is the Trump going hard for Trump podcast.
Going Trump for hard podcast.
Getting hard. for
Getting
Trump.
hard for Trump.
Uh,
We'll set the world's longest podcast about Trump where the guys are hard the whole time.
Jesus Christ!
And we'll put it on Pornhub.
Fuck yeah, dude! 311
We'll
hours
just,
or whatever.
We'll just pop some Viagra, dude. We'll be like, yeah, still hard, still talking about Trump.
Do we have to have our dicks out the whole time?
I don't think we have to
prove
ever
it,
dicks
or
out at all. I think we, like occasionally we'll just pan down and be like, yeah, you can tell it's hard.
what? All right, fair enough.
I don't think we have to get like super gay
You
about
can get
it.
those fun little boxers that you can make little snakes and shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be fucking cool.
Yeah,
think about it.
Like if a snake would be like, you know what this snake stands for? And don't tread on me, motherfucker. Trump 2024, dude.
Another one could be like Trump's like finger, like a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, but it'd just be your dick.
Yeah.
yeah. That's really good merch. We should make that.
Dude, we need to get a.
Yeah, you get hard. It's just the thumbs up.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
like the rest of the knuckles could be like your ball sack. So
Yeah.
It all fits in there nice.
It
and
looks
snug.
great. Yeah, exactly.
You know, we've been talking about this for a while, but I think we should get a green screen in here.
Yeah, I think it's just too late for any of those types of moves. You know?
I mean, it would just be like a screen that's green, and then we just hang it up.
only if we have Mar-a-Lago behind us. At
Well,
all
no,
times.
that's what I was getting at. Is that like if Trump's coming back, we need to be able to show people what they want at all times during the podcast.
Should we just do a different like Trump location? Like,
Yeah. Like
know?
just like wherever he's like, just research where he's at that day and just
Yeah.
like fucking display it in the background.
We'll have
you
like
know?
that Four Seasons mechanical shop he accidentally went to.
Yep.
What are some other really good? Oh, we'll do the Trump location where he held up the Bible for like 2 seconds.
We go to
Remember that one?
Yeah, dude.
There was
he like fucking dispersed like a crowd of peaceful protesters so he could go and fucking take
Yeah.
a photo out
and
with the Bible.
And he grabbed the
in front
Bible and he just like grabbed it by like its heel and just like held it up for like 5 seconds and just like handed it back. It was so good.
of- We could go to Puerto Rico where he was throwing fucking paper towels.
Well, we'll be
to the
there.
crowd.
We'll be there.
You guys
already.
better find that location.
I wonder if they think they have like
think
some
they're
sort of
se-
monument
Do you think they're selling?
to where he like soft tossed. Yeah, he did. He kind of like free throw shot it.
Do you think they? Do you think somebody sold those paper towels?
Man, that's a good question. I would
Yeah.
have, but probably,
Dude.
but probably not because people were dying and they needed to use them.
I should just go and buy a fucking bag of paper towels, and then just fucking go on eBay and just fucking
Yeah.
just be like, these are the ones.
You know what's
from,
fucked
from
up?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that you should. We
I
should.
could probably make some money
You
off
could.
of it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to
Yeah.
like just yellow them a little bit.
Get some like fucking orange, like just around like orange fingerprints on the very
Yeah.
bottom side of it.
You know it's
That's fucking cliche.
yeah, it's okay though.
Yeah, it's all right.
You know it's crazy. I remember on CNN that day when they showed
yeah.
they showed the footage of him throwing the paper towels and they said that he had injected them with smallpox and was throwing them out to the crowd.
What?
Yeah,
On CNN?
yeah.
What the fuck?
They said he's throwing out smallpox paper towels to the indigenous people.
What a
That's
time to be
cool.
alive.
Cool
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
I
cool
really
stuff.
do miss 2016 was a good fucking
Well,
year.
guess what? 2024 is gonna have
Christ.
very similar vibes. So
Good God.
honestly, some people are like dreading this. I can't wait. Like these next 2 years can't go fast enough. You know what I mean? Let's get that man back. Let's get him back on the throne.
Him talking to D. Sanctimonious.
Yeah, desanctimonious.
Dude,
Desanctimonious.
That's actually something I wanted to bring up. Like, I does anybody else find it fucking weird that like Democrats and Republicans both do this, but they have fucking really weird nicknames for literally every politician.
Yeah.
That's like
Well,
Crooked Hillary
well,
and
Trump
like fucking,
started it.
Like, was it Trump that started it?
I mean, yeah.
Literally, like Sleepy Biden and shit.
That
Like,
it was literally all Trump.
they all
Those are
fucking,
all Trumps.
They all have fucking nicknames, and it's fucking.
That's how he won.
It's so weird.
Yeah, Sleepy Joe.
Well, no, but the Democrats are doing it for fucking like Republicans and shit nowadays too. Have you seen any of that?
I have not seen that. What are they doing? It's probably way worse. Republicans
They're,
are.
they're just really fucking dumb. It just like I don't know. Just seems really
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Here's the deal. I think-
Or like Death Santis is like one that like I've seen tossed around from like
Oh.
or like
yeah, man.
what the fuck there was one about Ted Cruz. Like hold on a sec. Can't remember what the fuck it was. I just see this shit constantly though, and it's fucking
You mean Lying Ted?
some shit like that.
That was Trump's for him.
Nah, I don't know. It might have been something different.
Here's what I'm going to say about that is that Democrats or liberals or however you want to label those people should just leave the insults to the right, okay? Because they're always going to pussyfoot around. They're not going to say the shit. Like, think about that. Like, think about like when Trump was running, dude, and like people were like calling him like an edgelord and like a fuckboy on the left, and it's
Yeah.
like, what are you even talking about? And then you know what he did? He's like, you're a fucking loser. And there is nothing stronger than you can't come back from losing.
Well, yeah. Well,
Guess what? You know what the opposite of a fucking loser is? A winner, and that's me. And you know what the opposite of being a fucking cool winner is? Being a goddamn loser.
yeah, there you go.
It's like, hey, remember when your dad called you a loser? You were a loser then. You're a loser now. It cuts deep.
Well, like here's the like you're right because I think the
Yeah.
left really pussyfoot around
Yeah.
like their insults.
Yeah, because they have to be
Like,
woke about
yeah,
it.
the right like is they're not afraid to say like you're a fucking retard or you're like gay as fuck
Right.
or, like,
Or
you
kung
know,
flu.
like kung flu, yeah.
Yeah.
Like none of that shit, you know.
No, none of the fun
they
stuff.
they have the full arsenal in front of them,
Of course.
and
yeah.
they can just just toss anything out they want, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I actually have noticed that. Like, I think it's really fucking dumb. Like when you see like fucking somebody from the left trying to argue with somebody from the right.
Well, they can
It's
argue
always
fine.
it's always
whatever.
very guarded, and it just seems like fucking,
right. They can't go for
Seems
it.
pretty gay.
They can't. They can't go for it.
I take that. But
That was like when Obama was running against Romney. It's like it doesn't just feel like fucking Obama would be like, this guy's a goddamn Mormon. What are we talking about here? We're gonna elect a Mormon? Like, why couldn't he just? But he couldn't do that because I'd be like attacking someone's religious beliefs.
what Obama or what?
Yeah, He didn't do it.
Wait, isn't like Mitt Romney like a Mormon or something?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
When Obama was running, that's all he should have had to say was, "Hey guys, are we gonna really elect a fucking Mormon? Do you guys know what this is like?" That's all he should have had to say. But because he's supposed to be like tolerant because he's woke. Meanwhile, the right's like, this guy's a fucking terrorist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
and they don't give a fuck.
They're like, oh, you mean this filthy Muslim?
What's his middle name? Hussein?
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And fucking Obama never even brought it up once. I could be like, hey man, if you know what this Mormon shit's about, it's like, this is like retarded as fuck. Like, what are we doing? Why is this going to be a close race?
Right.
This shouldn't be, like,
isn't that wild?
it's very wild, but
it's like fucking it's like I don't know, like tying one arm behind your back.
It
or
is.
something,
It is.
Yeah.
That being said, the left has had a good amount of success, so maybe they're right. Maybe people are more
like, it's like don't stoop to their levels kind of
Yeah.
thing, but you're also kind of just like, I don't know.
maybe people are more appalled by Trump.
I think what you yeah. I think you need to be like I wish we could find a candidate that's like very like fucking like good dude or whatever, does good deeds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but then it's
not
just
gonna
like
happen,
very
man.
very cool with just fucking like being very vile towards everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever find
Like
that.
an altruistic, but like a free speech warrior.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists.
Yeah.
I mean, Rogan, man. Rogan's all we got.
Oh shit,
We
dude.
gotta get Rogan in there, man. We gotta get Rogan
fuck.
in there, dude. We gotta get the trans community on the chopping block, bud.
Do you think you want to run for president or?
I would.
Yeah, you want to run for?
I am.
president,
I am kind of the guy you just described.
You would run for the right though.
I'm constantly thinking about everybody else, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to throw a slur around every now and then.
As we've all come to know.
But for fun.
And you're okay with apologizing about the things you do wrong.
Did you
too,
hear
so,
that
yeah.
apology?
Yeah, I
Did you
did.
hear how good that was?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Can you imagine if Trump would just? Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Just go up to Trump. He starts his campaign by saying, "Look,
If we would have done all of that shit and then
He's
just read
Yeah.
all of them off and just apologized for it, I would have voted
The
for
problem
him,
is
you know?
he'd be then like I was just now, like reminding people of shit they even forgot. They're like, "Oh God, you said that." It's like, oh, with each passing point,
Yeah.
it gets more and more egregious.
Isn't that funny? It's like you just
Some things from his personal life no one even knew about. He's like, "I'm sorry, I held down that toddler in that alleyway." It's like, holy shit, Donald. No one knew about that.
oh fuck.
He's like, "Oh my god."
It's such,
Yeah.
it's such a cool strategy though, just like fucking literally like do so many bad things that nobody could possibly remember, like how many bad things you've done.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing too. Like when shit would resurface. Like I've seen stuff over the last
Dude,
couple
you've
of years.
been showing me fucking like texts of his.
Oh, old Trump tweets
Like-
is the greatest Twitter account of all time. If you don't follow
From, like,
old Trump tweets,
a decade
you're
ago or
out
whatever.
of your mind.
What was the one you read to me today?
Well, I wish I had my goddamn phone because I would just read those for the rest of the podcast.
Oh fuck.
There's
Well,
one-
we could probably pull it up. Well, we have a big screen up there.
Yeah, old Trump tweets are so good. Oh, the one about Obama schlonging.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
Yep, dude, that shit
Oh,
was fucking.
buddy.
And it's funny because that was actually fucking real shit. And it's like,
Yeah, dude.
and it's like if any.
Oh yeah,
fucking,
that's the one from today. Click the one from today. Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
If it's just funny because if something like this surfaced for like any fucking like Democratic candidate, like if in the last like fucking 2 decades, that would be like the end of their fucking career for them.
Is this the
you
Taco
know?
Bowl? It might be the Taco Bowl.
Dude, the Taco Bowl
Here
is
it is.
fucking
Here
the
it is.
best.
Yeah. This is when, I don't know, Anthony Weiner apparently got back on Twitter, and it just says, "Pervert alert. Representative Weiner is back on Twitter. All girls under the age of 18, block him immediately." And that's all it is.
So these are all before, or not necessarily before he was president, but
November 7th,
Not necessarily, but a lot of
yeah.
them are before he was president.
Dude, I want to find the fucking the Hillary getting schlonged one. That shit was so fucking funny.
Yeah, and here's him getting photobombed by Tyler, the Creator, and he tweeted about it. Fucking tattling on him. Let's see, Lion Ted Cruz, see?
Oh yeah, it is Lion Ted Cruz, huh? Sure, Melania from a GQ shoot. Be careful, Lion Ted, or I will spill the beans on your wife.
It's like, I don't know what that means, but he knows a little something.
I promise not to do this to Greenland. What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
I don't even get that one. Oh yeah, this is the best one. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Lots of response to my comment on Diet Coke. Let's face it, it doesn't work. Just makes you hungry. Diet Coke tweet had a monster response. Damn it, I wish the stuff worked. I'll keep drinking that garbage.
Who's this? Barney Frank. Barney Frank looked disgusting. Nipples protruding in his blue shirt before Congress. Very, very disrespectful. Dude, holy shit. That guy does have some weird looking fucking nips going on.
That's just a shitty global warming one. It's like, come on, Trump, you're better than that. Oh, there's Trump giving Kanye some blessings. That's good.
You could probably just click into that. I think that works. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh God.
Yeah.
God, it's all
Yeah, tap one there.
it's all falling apart.
Oh man. Well.
Oh no.
Anyway,
So
don't fucking do that.
anyway, so the most important thing about
perfect,
this is
perfect. All right.
is just that go to old Trump tweets if you want to just be endlessly entertained, because God damn it, man.
Fucked my dad.
Yeah, dude. Whoa. This Alan's Twitter. You tweeted that you fucked your dad, dude.
Yep. I sure did. Fuck my dad.
There's not even like a hashtag. Like, did this actually happen? Like, is this supposed to be a serious tweet?
Hashtag fucked my dad.
Weirdly, I'm not sensing any irony from this tweet.
God damn it.
That seems legit. Does that look legit to you? You fucked your dad?
Fuck my dad, bud.
Oh.
You guys want to go to break or what?
I mean, yeah, you probably need to cool off a little bit after that, huh?
Yeah, hot and heavy, bud. Fuck my dad. Let's go to break.
Okay, wow. Yeah, I'll see you guys after the break. Oh, my. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by LaCroix, Curate, Pigne Fraise, Pineapple Strawberry Naturally Essence Sparkling Water.
God damn it. I hate that this is just a
Nutrition
default for
facts.
you now.
Serving size 1 can. Amount per serving. Calories 0. Percent daily value. Total fat 0 grams 0%. Sodium 0 milligrams 0%. Total carb 0 grams 0%. Protein 0 grams. Not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, dietary fiber, total sugars, added sugars, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Ingredients: only carbonated water, naturally essenced. Distributed by LaCroix Beverages, Inc., a national beverage company. 26901 Industrial Boulevard, Hayward, California, 94545. Copyright 2019. License number 249. Product of USA. LaCroixWater.com. 1-888-241-7360. Asterisk. Non-GMO. Whole 30 approved. C04Z
I just zoned out
602.
for like the last how long has it been? Like 3 minutes.
1-654-2240. 5BZB.
He interrupted my Dick's Sporting Good one.
0733607711040. 0 calorie, 0 dash sweetener, 0 dash sodium equals innocent.
Equals
12,
innocent?
12 fluid ounces. Parentheses, 355 milliliters, close parentheses. You, please recycle.
I feel like you could sneak things into these people would just stop listening at a certain point and just you could just sneak really weird shit.
LaCroix, Pigne Fraise, Pineapple Strawberry, Naturally Essence Sparkling Water. LaCroix, enjoy.
Nice. Second advertisement of the podcast is brought to you by United States pennies made in 1973. E pluribus unum, bitches.
Now time for the second half of the podcast. It's the Going Hard Podcast. Producer Pete, Alan, and John. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Hey, Producer Pete, how was your...
Oh, pretty good, bud. How was yours?
It was quite good. Alan, yours?
It's pretty great that the Minnesota Timberwolves are up by a lot. That makes me really happy.
That is nice, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's really good.
Love them T-Wolves.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Hey, I don't want to have like a podcast meeting on the air, really,
Okay.
but I think it's high time we discuss this.
Oh, so we are, even after saying that, we're still going to have one.
Well, I said I don't prefer it, but we're going to have one.
Okay.
Your ad reads are getting a little long.
God damn it.
You know,
I knew this day would come.
so
you know?
if just in the future, if we can cut that down a little bit.
All right.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you like go back and reread it or anything like that, but just
I mean, I could if you want me
I'm
to.
over here fucking tapping my foot like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
You know, just waiting for you to fucking hurry up. And it kills the vibe because I get done with mine. I'm like, all right, we're ready to fucking get into that. The second half of the podcast is always our strongest. We kick into high gear.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yep.
then like I have to sit there and fucking wait.
Yeah, sorry.
And I mean, do you agree?
The producer has important time-sensitive things that he needs to get to all too.
Well, he
so-
does.
Actually, that's true.
No, I
Yeah.
know. No, I was. That's why I was saying it.
Are you being a dick or are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Oh, okay, good.
And so I
He
apologize.
actually respects
And
you.
so I apologize. I apologize for taking very long times to read my ads. I
And you-
apologize for that.
I mean, you also realize that I'm a pretty busy guy, you know?
yeah, exactly. Yep. So
Like my life, unlike yours, isn't just like over. I'm not just like biding my time till a baby comes in my life and just like sets the course of my life forever. I
Yep.
actually have like things I'm trying to do. You know?
no, fair enough. Yeah, I
You
feel
know?
you. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I didn't mean to be so harsh about it either, but
No,
you know,
I'm
let's
glad you
just-
brought it up because I wouldn't have known about it.
And I hate to have a podcast meeting on the podcast, but
Yeah,
sometimes-
nobody wants to have to sit through that.
It's also a great way. That way, the audience can also hold you accountable. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's one thing for us to be behind the scenes trying to make things happen, but if the audience hears you fucking clamoring on and on like you do,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, well, was this guy born a rambling man or what? You know, it seems that way. The way you're always rambling on.
Yeah. Do you guys want to hear another ad read then?
Oh,
To like make up for
I
it?
have actually a really good. Hold on. I thought I have a really great song. It's a song about a guy who's like obsessed with Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
It's called "I Was Born a Rambling On Man."
It's about me.
Mama, I was born a rambling on man.
That's cool. Dude. Anyways, the third advertisement of the podcast is
Hey.
brought to you by Hams, American classic premium beer born in the land of blue sky waters. I actually never knew that they had that written underneath there.
The land of sky blue waters.
Yeah, the land of
Minnesota.
sky blue waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of water here in Minnesota, I hear.
Sky blue.
Yeah, it's blue.
Yeah.
I've never seen a sky blue water in Minnesota. Have you?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One time I filled my my bathtub up with Listerine and it was sky blue.
How do you think that would feel?
I don't know. I tossed my nephew in there, had him splash around a little bit. He's like, "Take me to a lake. Take me to a lake." I'm like, "Fuck it. I'm trying to do heroin over here." It's like, all right, I guess I'll show you some fucking. He's like, "Show me that sky blue water." I'm like, all right.
He's just drinking hams and reading the label and shit.
I know. I was trying to get him to shut up, and then he got drunk, and he wouldn't stop talking. I was like, if you have a few more of those, you'll definitely fall asleep. But it seems like you're kind of sick, so I guess we'll just get you in this bathtub of Listerine. That'll like chill you out.
He's just in there just fucking sipping the Listerine.
Yeah, I was like, this is
Tasty.
It's like sometimes when I run out of hams, I just start drinking this stuff.
Why does Listerine have to be so tasty, but so, you know?
You think it's tasty?
Yeah, it's so toxic and bad for
Do
you.
you like Rumplemans?
Yeah.
You probably do if you like that.
I mean,
shit.
I don't like I would, you know, if I was gonna take a shot of something, it'd probably be one of those kind of things.
I've had a number of my worst nights because of Rumplemans.
It's very bad for you, just in general.
100 proof.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably do a song.
Hey, I didn't say anything offensive that entire podcast.
You didn't. I'm proud of you.
And that's
Wait.
Wait, did I do something?
No, you did good. You did good. I think I was the one who actually said the most offensive thing
Yeah, you
this
talked about your
podcast.
brother raping you to start the podcast.
Yeah, I kind of did that. I did that, didn't I?
You sure did.
Yeah.
I can't wait for your list next podcast.
All right. Let's make a song.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys all so much for listening to the podcast.
Just a quick question.
Sure.
He could smell other people's urine?
Yeah, it's a question for sure.
All right, well, it was a good time.
Hey, night, y'all.
Bye. Let me tell you the story of a guy. He seemed normal to the unaided eye, but he had a dark secret. He had a dark secret. This is the man who could never smell his own piss. No, he's just a man and he can't, no, smell his own urine or anybody else's. He even went to New York City, to the subway station, where it always smells like shit. He went to India, to the populated area, and he smelled nothing. This is the story of a guy who couldn't smell his own piss. No, he couldn't. Nope. This is the tragic story of a man who couldn't smell urine. And one day he grabbed a gun, 'cause he wanted to be like everyone. And he put the gun right to his head. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is the man who didn't know how. He just couldn't smell his own piss. No, he killed himself because he couldn't smell urine. He couldn't smell urine. All right.
That's a good one.
Retarded.